Good afternoon, race fans, and welcome to Dubai for race number 8 of the season and the second stop of the International Tour for the Universal Orlando Cup Series. On the pole for today, we got Ramian Fisher. This is his first pole of the season, I believe the first of his career, too. Especially for full throttle. Next to him, Jeff James. Third, Johnny Gardner. Fourth, Keith Batson. Fifth, Connor Myers. Sixth, Levi McIntyre. Seventh, Brett Pritchard. Eighth, Dylan Thoreau. Ninth is Kyle Maddox, completing top 10. Ember Ross. Here's the rest of your starting lineup from 11th and 12th on back. Former winner of this track is starting third. That's Johnny Gardner in the number 5 car there. So it's going to be one driver to keep an eye on for today's race. And also, Mercedes is going to be the big watch today because if you've known, the international manufacturers have done really, really good at tracks like these. So we shall see what will happen. On the final row, we have Charles Sanford and Phil Parker. And I believe, I'm just going to check real quick. The highest rating Mercedes is Yepes, so going to be interesting to see what that's going to go on by for today's race once we take that green flag. So let me set it up to here and put it to here, and then we'll look at the points. So points coming in this race, they are as follows. After Twin Ring Motegi, Connor Meyer has the points lead by 2 points over Kate Anderson. Courtney Keith has jumped up to third. Joshua Osborne fell to fourth. John Art is still hanging around in that top 5 after getting his first win ever. A part of that team for iRacing Toyota. JT Bryan jumps up to 6th. Jeff James jumps up to 7th. Pedro Miles falls back to 8th, but still hangs around the top 10. Jesse Turner, Dylan Potey, they just now jump up into the top 10 in points. Seth Cole, Charles Sanford, and Sky Commons all fell out of the top 10. They really need a good run to rebound right there for sure. So, Dubai, if you've seen the Xfinity race, it was a pretty interesting race. A lot of pit strategy coming on by, and I feel like pit strategy is going to be the theme of today's race as well. But without further ado, it's going to command to fire the engines.
Drivers, start your engines!
And there's the command. And that's kind of the way how this track is, too. The theming of this is a little bit of like, it's more strategy-based, and you get your passes done on certain areas of the track, and we've seen that in the Xfinity race, and they ran really, really good. Only 2 wrecks came by. One of them you've seen right off where those tire tracks were. That was where the second incident was, and the first incident was just after the big right-hander of the first right-hander going on by. But pace car makes a dive down the pit road. Showtime, ladies and gentlemen. Green flag is out, and we're underway at Dubai. Johnny Gardner, nice move, going for P2, is the former winner at Dubai. And the running of the ISRL presents the Dubai GP. That I almost messed up the name right there, but the ISRL playing the big theme here in Dubai. And, well, Jeff James, he thought Johnny Gardner got himself a quick, easy time for second. Jeff James says, not so fast. I'm going to get you right back, and he's going to retake second position. To keep an eye on the rear of the field here because, you know, this turn right here is a very interesting spot right here, especially how they come off that turn there. It looks like they're going to be A-OK for the time being. Top 4, though, running away from each other from the battle between Keith Batson and Levi McIntyre. And Batson's not bad of a road course racer. If you've noticed how when we went to Sebring before he crashed out on lap 1 off that, before the big right-hander there, he actually had a good qualifying effort and had a not bad car there. So, tell you what, Batson is looking forward to the road courses this season because he's going to be the one to keep an eye on. Meyer, the points leader, all over the back bumper of that 39. Now we'll give him some room. Ramian Fisher, though, off to a good start as that Credit One Bank Chevrolet. Trying to jump him up in the standings there. Jeff James, a good qualifying effort for that 20 team. They've been having some good qualifying efforts the last couple of races, and their finishes have been really on point for Archangel Racing. He has been the one to really been leading this team, is the rookie, and he's been doing a fantastic job making, you know, a cup debut this season. He's been doing a fantastic job. Now Gardner under fire from Brett Pritchard in the Bang Toyota there. Racing Toyota's been actually really, really good this season. They got 2 of their drivers in the top 10 in the points, including the 51, the team captain being the points leader. And John R. just previously winning a race, which, speaking of John R., we're going to keep an eye on this battle right here, but I think Brett Pritchard's going to hold on. Yes, indeed the case for now. And now McIntyre's going to look under Gardner for position. Let's find John Art in the 0-5. Right now, 38th. Not a good qualifying effort for that 0-5. So I guarantee you drivers that are going to be in the rear of the field, they're going to focus more on the strategy when they come down pit road rather than trying to really make a lot of passes there. Because a lot of the times when we've seen drivers come down pit road, they try to influence a lot of strategy, primarily when to pit, when to get the gas on the cars, and mainly keep an eye on their tires. Because if you battle a lot, that will really shred the tires. Wow, they're getting a little dicey towards the rear of the field. That's William Flickinger in that 8 car who went really wide right there. Zachary Fitzwater, not a good qualifying effort as the champion from last season there. And so far his season has not been pretty good there in that Menard Chevrolet. And look at Bishop in that Mercedes right there, trying to get an extra bit of a run there, but he's going to get a little slow off the corner right here, and that's going to allow Commons and Shelton to pass both for positions right there. And now Charles Sanford trying to join his teammate up ahead right there. Mainly going to be a lot of points where you're going to see a lot of drivers going to try to make some passes, not going to work out there. And Seth Cole, not a good qualifying effort for the 0-17. Remember, they just fell out of the top 10 after last week at Twin Ring Motegi. So you know they're trying to look for redemption. This is not the race they're looking at. Wow, Fitzwater's been going a little wide right there. Oh, and there goes Becker. Benjamin Miles and Kev Shearer. Trouble off the little short-handed turn. 3 cars involved, and that is not good at all. Remember, because of a race like this, the cautions are off, so that is a tough break for Benjamin Miles, Kev Shearer, and Audra Baranowskis, who is definitely the one driver to keep an eye on this race because she is from Latvia, and tracks like this, she was going to be the big benefactor, and that's it for the 46 and the 2 there. And Kev Shearer, who's actually doing so good so far, that is not what he needed at all. So he's going to go around another lap, and I believe he's going to come down pit road. But that is not what he needed. He absolutely took a pound on that car. That car got destroyed there. Devin Becker being the culprit right there. And man, once again, these two right here, Devin Becker, Seth Cole, they are still within one another right there. And see, Becker's got a little bit of right side damage you see on that Rheem Toyota. And some apparent reason for being rivals, they like battling one another. I don't know why, but they do. Been a real bad habit right there. Beck's had a lot of battles. Let's try to work our way back up to the front of the field there. Here you see the skid marks from those wrecks there. Goodness me, that was a lot of carnage there. See, Jeff James in that 20 car has been really trying to hunt down Ramey and Fisher in the 11. Trying to do what he can here to really hunt down Fisher. Let's go on board with this Snapple Toyota. Show you what he's seeing here. Let's go in the cockpit. So you can see with the way how they drive, this is a very flat course. That's what makes Dubai very unique. We don't have a lot of courses that are primarily flat, but this is a good favorite road course here. Last couple seasons have been very different other than the strategy. We haven't had a lot of wrecks take play. They've been very incident-free there, unless someone blows a motor, but you can see with the new package here, they've been racing a lot different. That's what the drivers are wanting to see. They want to see a little bit of a change here, and the top 2 have ran away from Brett Pritchard in the 54 there. Speaking of which, let's just see. He's like quite a ways back, but he's trying to do what he can to gain some ground there. But you can see James, he's trying to follow the tire tracks of Ramey and Fisher and get the draft off the Credit One Bank Chevrolet. See how all these turns are flat right here. And then this is a very common spot where a lot of people like to cause mistakes, is coming off this turn right here. Some cars, when they battle it, they get a little too tight. They'll cause a wreck going into those tire barriers right there. And that won't be good right there. So those drivers know. They know where the safe spot is, and they know where the danger spot is there. And then this area right here is a very common area where people like to try to pass. But of course, the big area where you want to try to make your passes off that first turn is, wow, that's what he gave a little bit of a bumper to the 11 right there. Jeff James, he really wants that lead back from that 11, and here he goes looking underneath. Literally took a dive at the 11. Fisher makes a mistake off the corner, and James takes the lead. New leader, Jeff James. That's what you got to do sometimes in order to get that lead. You just got to give him enough of a bump just to move him out of the way and make your move right there. They finally allowed Brett Pritchard and Levi McIntyre to work their way up to the front, and now Keith Batson working on the 5 of Johnny Gardner. Well, Gardner's got a good qualifying car, but as far as a race car is concerned, it hasn't been well at all. It's been slipping to the rear of the field there. Battle for position you're seeing behind, that's Dylan Thoreau. Trying to battle Zach Rogers. As Rogers got ahead of Kyle Keith for the top 10 spot right here. And Rogers trying to get back at Thoreau. Now Kyle Keith's all over the back bumper. Now JT Bryant working on Connor Meyer. Remember, Bryant fell out of the top 10 spot. He really wants a top 10 back there. If he can get a run like this, he will easily be back in the top 10. But with the road course races that we got during the International Tour, this was one of the drivers that was a fan favorite during this entire time. When this guy heard that there was an International Tour, this man smiled so deep, he's like, yes, I've been waiting for this. He mentioned not just Papyrus, because, that's a track that he's been really, really good at, but a lot of the road courses there. Brian is very underrated. He's won, actually, two of his career wins that he's had in the Universal Land Cup Series came off of road courses. Those two races, Open Roads and Papyrus. They were literally within that, like, a season apart. And now Bryant working all over the back bumper of Rogers and Batson, Gardner and Batson, excuse me. Why am I saying Rogers? Probably because I'm seeing the 6 there in the ticker there, but Bryant working all over on the 5 and 39. The 5's trying to hang on. The 39 wants the spot. And Bryant is helping Batson to make sure that he can battle with Gardner. Gardner tried shutting the door. And Bryant, is he going to give Gardner a bump? He thought about it. But Bryant goes a bit wide right there coming off the corner there. It is a bit common that these cars do like to get a little bit wide and then they'll make a mistake to where that they're going to, rethink that. And, battle for position. Here comes Thoreau off of Connor Meyer. Now Zach Rogers trying to attack Meyer 2 for 1. And Rogers will get it. Rogers is not bad of a road course racer. He just had a lot of bad luck within those last couple seasons there. Now Diego Yepes working on Kyle Keith. Connor Meyer trying to retake that position from Zach Rogers. Rogers slips the corner. And Meyer retakes the spot. Now Yepes is trying to get the pass on Kyle Keith and will do so. Kyle Keith, he's had last couple races been very interesting to tell. He's actually not been doing really good in the points. However, that good run he had at Twin Ring really helped out for sure. So, good momentum swing for sure. And Yepes is literally shoving the 6 car. And when it comes to the battle for the points lead, when you're the points lead, you are a big target. So, I can see why. Look at Keith being aggressive. 4 wide opportunity coming into the turn. Wow, look at this. 4 wide, they settle out to 3. Ember Ross. Wow, that is some aggression right there by the 77. But we'll at least try to get the 51, and we'll do so. Wow, they came with a very aggressive move coming off the corner. What a battle between these 5 cars you're seeing. Holy cow, that was amazing. Man, I've never seen 4 wide coming off that corner before, but holy cow, I don't know how they managed to make that work, but man, Ross literally followed the 42, trying to make a pass, and then she tried to one-up the situation. Goodness me. That was all within a battle for the 9th position. Now Meyer's falling out of the top 10. That may allow Kyle Matthews and Jesse Turner to work on that 51 car now. Meanwhile, up towards the front, as Gardner's gotten passed by Bryant, Thoreau's now trying to hunt down the 5. Battle for the lead again. Fisher and James. And what do you do if you're Pritchard and McIntyre? When do you want to try to battle? And who do you try to help out in that manner? McIntyre, the odd one out, being the Ford out of all this there. However, Pritchard mainly would like to help out the Toyota, mainly because of the fact that the same manufacturer. And now Pritchard and Levi McIntyre putting Fisher 3 wide off the turn. Great racing we're having today at Dubai, and they have not been disappointing. This was just like the Xfinity race not too long ago on Saturday afternoon, and man, look at the racing, how they're having a battle for second between McIntyre and Pritchard. And if you're drivers that are behind the 20, you want to make your moves quick, because if you battle too long, well, you're going to lose track on the leader there like Jeff James, and Pritchard wasting no time. He wants that second position, and he will get it. Try to imagine if Brett Pritchard can get the job done. Remember, John Art was a part of Sankey Motorsports, couldn't get anything done, couldn't get a win, joins My Racing Toyota, gets a win. Pritchard originally was a part of My Racing Toyota for like 4 races, actually 3 races, then goes to Sankey Motorsports for a couple seasons, and here he is trying to win here for the Cup team of My Racing Toyota. And don't count out Keith Batson, he's lurking on these guys. That Ford has been coming. Now, another thing to keep in mind is that pit stops are coming pretty soon. So we'll probably see some strategy within the next few laps here. I'm going to say probably around 13 or 14, we may see drivers take a dive down pit road. So keep an eye on these drivers when they do so. And Kev Shears, amazingly, has not come down pit road since that incident. And Becker, quite a ways back. I think that damage has affected Texaco. Or, I'm sorry, what am I saying? The Rheem Toyota there. Alex Ferranti, Jeffrey Fingite, John Art, a couple of those guys that are in the rear of the field, they're not having good runs at all. And man, these guys are, I'll tell you what, for road course racing, these guys are actually putting on quite a good show there. Battle for position here. Man, Connor Meyer's been slipping like a rock. What is up with the Sense 4K TV Toyota? Because if you also notice, Kane Anderson was second in the points and got around the 51. Just off that alone, the 3 car is going to be ahead of the 51, but as far as for the points lead's concerned, I have no idea what's going to happen. Alex Drain, good to see him finally get a decent run right now inside the top 20. Meyer actually out of the top 20. And now Courtney Keefe trying to make a pass, as well as Joshua Osborne. Osborne is 4th in the points, keep in mind. Every point matters. I know it's still early on, and we have a 20-race regular season, so, you know, anything could really happen, but the International Tour always provides something there, and now Zach Rogers in the 6 car. Never mind, pit stops coming along. McIntyre going to stay out. Also, they're approaching Kevin Shear in the 00. About everyone's coming down. William Flickinger and Alex Drayton are staying out. Clint Spillman, Courtney Keefe, Joshua Osborne, Seth Cole, Trent Dunham, Phil Parker, Jessica Shelton, Charles Sanford. About all the S3 cars, with the exception of Kyle Matthews on down. And there's more. Parker, Shelton, Sanford, John Art, and Jeffrey Fingay all staying out on the course. Everyone else down pit road. Becker also going to stay out. Now remember, he's got damage in that 36 car, so that's where it's affecting him a little bit there. Meanwhile, McIntyre with a big lead there. He leads the lap right there, so that's 5 bonus points right there for the Sitco Ford Mustang there. Flickinger, Drayton, Spillman. Look, a lot of Chevrolets have decided to stay out there. Parker and Art, the only Toyotas, and Fingay and McIntyre, the only Fords of the entire bunch. A lot of Chevy brigades, too. McIntyre coming down pit road. He did not want to deal with Kev Shear, and he has decided to come down. He has a big lead over Flickinger, and let's see if anyone's going to play a risk here and stay out, and no one is going to play any strategy there. Everyone else coming down pit road on lap 12 of 27. James with a good lead as he got around Devin Becker. That is technically for position, I think. Let's look if he's a lap down. As of right now, yes, and 2 cars out of the race. They include Baranowskis and Benjamin Miles. We're keeping an eye on McIntyre in the 99. He's getting his left sides done. McIntyre out and away. And there's James. And I don't think it's going to be enough, though. McIntyre's going to give it a shot. But just off that alone right there, safe to say, Jeff James retakes the lead. And Ramey and Fisher fell apart from that pit stop. And look who benefited from the pit stops. Kyle Keith on the 42. Hard enough to say when I say this. He's trying to break a winless streak. And today might be looking not bad here. However, he's got to work his way to get around a couple of cars and really hunt down that 20 of Jeff James there. So Brett Pritchard is having a little bit of difficulty trying to get around Devin Becker in the 36. He's technically up to speed, but I don't know how he lost all that ground there. I don't know if he came down pit road earlier. I think that's the case. He came down pit road early. Well, I was confused of what happened there, but that perfectly explains it. Yeah, that perfectly explains Devin Becker. He actually stayed out. And he's right now technically P2, now P3 because of Pritchard getting around him. That's a very odd strategy by the 36. He's trying to play the short pit strategy and see if he can actually get ahead of a whole bunch of drivers, and he about made it work. However, that 20 had a full head of steam because of those fresh tires, and same with Brett Pritchard. Now Levi McIntyre, who's got the freshest of them all that's in the front of the pack, trying to hunt him down. So let's give you your full field rundown here at Dubai for the ISRL presents the Dubai GP here. Jeff James out in front. Brett Pritchard in second. Third, a battle between McIntyre and Becker, and McIntyre will get the spot there. Fifth, JT Bryant. Sixth, Ramian Fisher. Seventh is Kyle Keith. Eighth is Zach Rogers. Ninth, Jesse Turner. And James Qualls completing the top 10. Let's go through 11 through 20. That's Kate Anderson, Dylan Thoreau, Keith Batson, Kyle Matthews, who hangs on off William Flickinger for 14th there. 15th, William Flickinger. 16th, Diego Yepes. 17th, Dylan Potey. 18th, Cody Lamas. 19th, Zachary Fitzwater. Completing the top 20 is Ember Ross. 21st through 30th is Alex Drayton, and then a battle between Tim Fiegel and Seth Cole. 24th is RJ Bishop. 25th is Clint Spillman. 26th is Quentin Moore. 27th is Trent Dunn. 28th, Connor Meyer. Holy cow, that 51 fell back like a rock after the pit stops. That car has not been the same here. 29th, Noah Hart. 30th, Sky Commons. 31st, Alex Ferranti. 32nd, Phil Parker. 33rd, Jessica Shelton. 34th, Johnny Gardner. Holy cow, Johnny Gardner's all the way back here. What happened to the 5 car? I think they probably went for an adjustment. And the Spectrum Chevrolet not up to speed here. 35th, Courtney Keith. That's another car fell back quite a ways there. 36th, Charles Sanford. 37th, Jeffrey Finguy. 38th, Joshua Osborne. 39th is John Artis. Wow, the 40 went way off the course a bit. And then 40th, who is on the lead lap, but he is quite a ways back with the damage, is Kev Shearer. Well, Becker has been getting past left and right here. JT Bryant got around him. Ramian Fisher. Now Kyle Keith has gotten around him. And now Turner and Rogers, they're going to be in the next car, so get their sights set on that 36 car there. James Qualls there took a slip after that win at Michigan. This is a good run that he needs for sure coming into Dubai here. Got an early win this season. And Devin Becker coming down pit road on lap 15 of 27. I'm actually curious, while we're here, let's just take a look when he came down pit road the first time. Just curious here. I know this is not normal to do this. Lap 70 went down. Wow. Lap 6 coming into lap 7. Here he is on lap 15. He may have to come down pit road one more time now because of that. Fitzwater, or I'm sorry, that's Kev Shearer. I thought that was Fitzwater for a second there. They both have literally ideal colors there. And Brett Pritchard is hunting down that 20 of Jeff James. So right now, the car that just jumped into the top 10 is Kate Anderson, and a battle between Batson and Thoreau. Just outside of it for 11th is the Spirit Daytona Chevrolet and the KAB Ford. Nice battle right there, but Thoreau is going to get the position. Or at least hang on to it. Batson was trying to look on the outside there. Well, these two have been enjoying a little bit of a Sunday drive right here, but I guarantee you they're going to have one more pit stop coming on by. At the same time, McIntyre is trying to hunt down the top 2, as the same with these 3 behind. Qualls actually caught up to Turner and Rogers there, and may try to pick them apart, and that is what James Qualls is doing in the 70. Here he comes for 8th rather. That's a good passing spot right there. Nice move by the 70s. Kev Shear went down pit road in the 00, probably to repair some of that damage that he had from that early incident there. And Rogers thought that he was going to lose it, but got a good exit off that turn. However, Rogers not going to give up, but Qualls going to finish right there and takes the 8th position away from Zach Rogers there. And we have a battle for the lead, possibly brewing. Here comes Pritchard. That's what McIntyre needs to see right there. These two battle for the lead. When's Pritchard going to make that move is the big question. Oh, he gives the bump to the 20. Look at that. Peeks underneath is the Bang Toyota. Wow, he gave a bump to the 20, but not enough, though. You can tell that 54, he's hungry today. He really wants that win. Thought he was going to give him another bump right there. Oh, it just gets in the corner, tries to get him again, but has to tuck back in line. Man, they're having a pretty dang good battle. I'll give him that. And Pritchard is really trying to get that 20. However, he's going to take that turn a bit wide, though. And that's a mistake right there on the Bang Toyota. But McIntyre's caught some ground on these two because they're battling there. JT Bryant's actually trying to hunt down the top 3 because of that. But he's getting stuck because they're getting real. Because Ramian Fisher and Kyle Keith, they're reeling them in there. And Kyle, I guarantee, is wanting a top 5. Now Qualls got his sights set on Jesse Turner, trying to pick him apart. Right before we do that, though, Pritchard trying to gain ground. No luck at all. We'll see if Qualls can really get that 78 right there. And Turner's had a pretty good car, but I'll give credit to Qualls there. Whatever they did in that pit stop, they've done a really good job in that Castrol GTX Chevrolet, and he's picking apart cars right here. So far, we've had the one incident take place, and since then, we haven't had any other incidents. Thank goodness. Actually, real quick, I thought I'd just seen a battle. Yep, indeed, right here. Seth Cole's now starting to pick apart some drivers. And the lap car Shear's playing as a pick. Ross probably got to be screaming at Kev to get out of the way. Oh, and a car coming down. That's Zachary Fitzwater in the 7. James Qualls coming down. Their strategy's coming under play here. Oh, boy. Turner's caught Kyle Keith, and Fisher's making a move on Bryant. No luck. Now Kyle Keith, I guarantee, because he's seen that move by Fisher didn't work. He's trying to hunt him down to try to make a pass. And Pritchard, we got word, tried to get James just after the line, but couldn't do it. Noah Hart also down. Johnny Gardner, Connor Meyer. The ones that surprised me are Qualls and Fitzwater. Oh, I hear a spin in the back. Oh, it's in the front of the field. That's Ramian Fisher and Jesse Turner. Rogers gets a piece. Kyle Keith's got some damage. Oh my goodness gracious. What in the world happened inside the top 5? Bryant got away from all that mess, but Kyle Keith and others have some damage, and I don't know what exactly happened, but I guarantee you, whoever started that one, there's going to be some fireworks there. And McIntyre's caught the top 2, so they're going to battle again for the lead. Now Rogers trying to pass the 42. Ooh, he was all over the back bumper and almost dumped him right there. Look who's jumped the top 10, the 38 of Batson. I said the 38, the 39 rather. Yepes also jumped the top 10. Fisher, probably not happy after all this. Turner, I don't know what happened to 78. But regardless, though, that's going to be it for him. He's out of it. I guarantee you they're going to have to do a lot of work on that 42 to make sure not only to get their damage repaired, but also to make sure at least he can try to hang on it for a top 5 here, which I'll be impressed if he does this year. JT Bryant has completely ran away in that 4th position, and Rogers having difficulty trying to get around the 42. Here he goes on the high line. Yeah, you can see Kyle Keith's got that damage. It is affecting him little by little. Kyle in that 42 is going to try to battle in that right side right there, and I don't think that's going to be enough. That something happened, though. I don't know what exactly happened, but Oh boy, I can't wait to see the replay on that one. That's going to be spicy there. Laps are ticking, and you wonder when these leaders are going to come down pit road. Once again, Pritchard trying to pass James on the same exact spot. It hasn't been working for that 54. I don't know why he keeps trying to do that right there. He's probably trying to bump him out of line and try to, make him a little bit uncomfortable with what he's driving there. Gardner, Hart, Meyer, Fitzwater, Becker, Qualls. Trying to hope for something here. Qualls got a good commanding head over Devin Becker there. And man, I can't wait to see what happened there. Kev Shearer giving his own teammate a little bit of some trouble right there. And he was probably not happy with that one, so he's going to tell him, hey, man, I need to get through it. Man, Fisher, with that damage, he is just slipping. He's all the way back in 18th when he crossed the line last. Alex Drayton trying to work on Seth Gold for position. And Kyle losing ground on to Zach Rogers right there. And the leaders, Jeff James coming down. He's going to surrender the lead to Brett Pritchard. JT Bryant is down. Kyle Keith is down. That's probably the one car I was looking forward to seeing because I know they're going to pair some damage, but they're also going to probably have to get 4 tires and cans of fuel. Look at Flickinger battling Diego Yepes coming out pit road, and wow, they're taking this wide, and Kyle Matthews going 2 for 1 right there. Wow, big mistake by both the rookies, and the veteran shows them how to do it. Ramey Fisher also down, as well as a couple other drivers you see coming on down there. Finn Guy's got some right side damage in the 92. What happened to Finn Guy? Now this is where Qual is going to pick apart some cars right here. Quick in and out for that 8 car Flickinger. Jeff James, nice pit stop in the 20, gets ahead there. JT Bryant not too far behind. Flickinger, he must have done some strategy there. He is going to be ahead of a good number of amount of cars there. Fisher, they're going to repair that 11 car for sure. Same with Kyle Keefe, and I'm not surprised they had to do that right there. Rear end completely gone on that 42, and I guarantee you when we look back at that incident there, as Qualls got around Jeff James for position. Wow. Well, the 70 car may be the one to keep an eye on here. And the rest of the leaders down. Pritchard and McIntyre, Rogers. Let's see if anyone's going to stay out. Who's playing strategy? It's going to go to Trent Dunham in the 1. Everyone else is coming down, though. Trent Dunham is trying to play strategy, and my memory serves me correctly. He actually did win here a couple of seasons ago, and now he's trying to do it in that Vodafone Chevrolet. And Kev giving him some mercy there. Not really, but he's trying to make him work, and that's going to really eat up those tires right there. Trent is probably going to be thinking, what is he doing right now? Pritchard in and out. Qualls now trying to hunt down McIntyre and Pritchard there. They're going to get ahead of Rogers, but no problem. See if Rogers can get McIntyre, because he's not going to get Brett Pritchard, because he's got a dang good car in that Bang Toyota. Look at here. Whoa, 3 wide, just exiting pit road. Look at Thoreau and Parker trying to maneuver their way around Drayton. You got a feel for Kyle Keefe right there. He fell back quite a ways after getting involved in that accident. Jessica Schoen's got some damage in the 0-2. Well, what happened there? I can't wait to look at that, what happened. Becker and Bryant bound for position. I'm probably going to assume Becker's going to come down pit road within another lap or 2. And Dunham is coming down. No one playing strategy, and Brett Pritchard's going to retake the lead. Qualls looking for second. It's the Castrol GTX Chevrolet. And Qualls has got some damage. What happened to Qualls? He'll get ahead of McIntyre. I think he gave McIntyre too hard of a bump, and now he's got some front-end damage. Now McIntyre shoves the 70 out of line. However, they're still hunting down that 54 pretty good. Qualls don't care. He's going to run with that damage. He's not going to care. He's still running up to speed if you look at it, though, because both those cars, if you see McIntyre in the 99 and Qualls in the 70, they're still really going about the same speed there. Qualls not going to give up without a fight. He's literally drafting the 99 right here. That's not a bad strategy. You could technically do that here and make it work. But I guarantee you, Qualls is a hungry competitor today. He wants to win 2 races. All over the back bumper, the 99. Now he's going to look to the high line. There's the 70. Now tucks back in line. He tries to make a move right here. Oh, and look at that! James gave the 70 a bump and made him suffer a little more damage now. Gonna still fight for second with a couple laps to go. 3 to go. Qualls wants P2. And we'll take it. Look at the damage you can see on that 70. McIntyre's not giving up, though. Man, these guys are racing amazing. I love road course racing. Holy cow. Qualls still fighting with that damage. This is what makes an old school racer like him so loved in this community. And McIntyre still battling with him side by side. This is allowing Pritchard to run away, though. Or at least try to. Great battle you're seeing between McIntyre and Qualls, but you can see that 54 is checking out from those two. Someone's got to give. James is helping McIntyre. Maybe James is looking for 3 wide. Oh, but the 99 had to check up right there coming into that turn. Look at the damage you see on that 70, and he's still racing hard, man. I'm telling you, you got to give Qualls credit here. He's racing the wheels off that car. And they've caught the 54 a little more, though. James literally shoving the 99. Will go 2 for 1. We'll retake that 3rd position from the 20. Now trying to get McIntyre for the 2nd spot. Can't seem to do it. They got to figure it out because it's 2 laps to go, and the time is ticking. That 54's got a nice lead here. They may approach Kev Shear in the 00. And if they do, these 3 here got to hope, because they have really gained some ground on that 54 there. With all that draft, they got to figure out where they're going to be in line, and they got to hope if they catch the 00, what's going to happen. I don't know if they will, but I mean, they're going to give it a try, though. And now Qualls is starting to lose a little bit of momentum on the 20 and 99. However, he's still within this fight, though. Brett Pritchard, though, trying to be a winner for Connor Meyer's team of Meyer Racing Toyota. It would be the 3rd win for the team. It would mean a lot to him big time. William Fleginger, Cody Lam is jumping into the top 10 after all this here. But white flag is out. Final lap for Pritchard, McIntyre, Jeff James, and James Qualls. James for 2nd will take it. Qualls has literally had trouble trying to get around that 99 because of the way how he races. He races tough. And Qualls can't seem to do it. I think he's going to get that 4th spot. Now James knows he's got to get up to that 54, and the time is ticking. I don't think they're going to catch up to Kev Shear there. Now, if that 20 battles that 54, what's that going to mean for McIntyre and James Qualls, though? Oh, man, that 20's caught up to that back bumper right there. Oh, man, I don't know if James is going to get him, though. If he does, oh, man, buckle up. I tell you, this is going to be a good one, though, because the time is ticking. They need to make a move quick. Pritchard trying to hang on. The crew members on their feet. Same for James's crew. Here comes James the 20 trying to peek. 54 shuts the door. This is probably a good chance for James to make a move. Is he going to do it? Yes, he is. Here comes Jeff James. Side by side are the 2 drivers here. Are the 2 Toyotas. James gets the lead off the last turn. Off the final turn. Jeff James is going to win here at Dubai. Unbelievable. What a finish and what a race. What a weekend this was too. Wow. That was unbelievable. Oh my goodness. What a weekend here in Dubai. Some crazy racing. Crazy excitement. Probably some fireworks. Oh my word. And I guarantee the fireworks are probably going to be the 11 and 42 after what's happened today. Same for Gardner, but congratulations to Jeff James on getting the job done. He got it on the last turn and timed his move perfectly. Unbelievable. Wow. Let's get your top 10 results here, and then we'll show you your full finishing one here. That was Jeff James. He'll take the win for the first time in his career in the Cup Series. And that's Archangel Racing's first win in the Cup Series there. Second, Brett Pritchard. Third, Levi McIntyre. Fourth, James Qualls. Fifth, JT Bryant. Sixth, Zachary Fitzwater. Seventh, Zach Rogers. Eighth, Devin Becker. Ninth, got to give it to William Flickinger. 10th, Cody Lamas. Both of those drivers, huge surprises coming out of nowhere. They're going to sneak in a top 10 run right there. So now that James is going to come down pit road and celebrate, let's go take a look at the two incidents that went on by today and any other notables there. We'll keep an eye on the Devin Becker in the 36 Ream Toyota and the 00 Starcom 5 of Kev Shear there. We're going to make some contact. It looked like Kev started to come down right there in front of Devin Becker, completely cut him off, and Miles just an innocent victim right here. And man, Kev took a lick and nowhere to go for Baranowski. And wow, I'll tell you, one driver got lucky after all that one. James Qualls, how did he not get involved in that one? That was a nice miss right there by the Castrol GTX Chevrolet. But there you see all the skid marks and the smoke coming from there. So looking from the helicopter here, thankfully all three were in that inside green area there, so no one went where the racing line was there. So that was that incident. That's the one we know of. Now let's go back to the one we don't know of. Well, we kind of know of, but not really a lot of. Well, if your name is Ramian Fisher, I think you have a right to be angry. Oh boy. Kyle Keith, you've seen right there just off the corner of your screen. We're going to go spectator mode so you can see this right here coming off that turn because of where the buildings are. Just gets him into that quarter panel of Credit One Bank Chevrolet. The 42 was just trying to get out of the way. Nowhere to go. Gets front end, gets rear. Watch Jesse Turner coming up in that 78. Just trying to avoid. Couldn't do it in time. Absolutely jacked him up. And that's where the 42 is going to sustain all that damage. And man, that was a lick right there. Zach Rogers watched the 6 car. Now he's trying to avoid Turner and Kyle Keith. And you see the 6 car got a little bit damaged running into the 78 and then got a little more running into the 42. So that was that part of the incident. Now, I want to know what happened to Gardner in the 5, Finn Guy in the 92, Shelton in the 02. Here's Finn Guy, because, oh, he's already got left side damage from there. So what happened here? Let's see here. Does he have any more? He has damage there. Let's go back a few laps here. Let's just see the right side if we were able to. Okay, the right side's good here. Let's just stick with Finn Guy. Just see what happened to him, because something had happened, and I am not too sure where he got the damage. It was on the right side of his Ruby Ford Mustang here. Wasn't this lap. Now, the problem is with the angles, you don't really get to see a lot of the right side of the cars. You see a lot of the left side because of the way where they turn. Oh, right there. Courtney Keith got into him. It kind of the same incident like before. And this is normally a trouble spot right here. Courtney just got into that 92 right there and just gave a little whoomp right there. And it did kind of affect the car, but I mean, not really a whole lot. Now, here's Shelton and Gardner. I have a feeling those two are going to get into each other. And I don't even think it was a regular accident. I think it was just the 5 checked up in front of the 0-2 and probably got into him. But I just want to be sure, though, what exactly happened, because you see, these two were really battling there, and the 5 car was been free falling like a rock here. 5's down pit road. There's that incident. I'm sorry for doing it like this, but, you know, it really makes you wonder what the heck even happened at times, where you wonder. Bound with their teammate. We'll look at the Shelton thing, and then we'll make a separate thing with James Qualls, because I just wanted to see what this part right here. I have a feeling the 0-2, she had to have run into the 5. Oh, right there, pit stops. Oh, and it was her own teammate, Charles Sanford. Right there. Oh, that's not going to go well in the team meeting right there. Now let's see James Qualls. Well, this is going to explain about James Qualls. And if many remember, Levi McIntyre's been a little bit of a problem this season. Daytona Speed Weeks, 8 Bowl, and another race, if my memory serves me correctly. He's caused problems. And I think, if my memory serves me correctly, McIntyre was the one that got into James Qualls at Papyrus. I could be wrong on that one. But watch here, so they're coming to the right-hander. Qualls got a huge head of steam. McIntyre, he's not really going as fast. Qualls going about, oh, he's way faster. He's like 40 miles an hour faster. And just held him up a little bit too much, and Qualls just runs into the back of him. And thus resulting that he just couldn't able to finish getting around McIntyre, and that probably had him a chance to really hunt down the 54 and ruined it. Wow. But in the end, Brett Pritchard victorious. That's a look at all the incidents went on by, but here are the results as shown, or not Brett Pritchard, I'm sorry, Jeff James winning the race. I say Brett Pritchard, that was dumb. Here's the rest of the results, as you can see here on the screen. Anderson, Thoreau, Matthews, Batson, Dunham, Cole, Parker, Poti, Yepes, and more complete the top 20. Wow, Quentin Moore snuck in the top 20 there. RJ Bishop snuck into the top 25. He didn't really have a car at all today, but good run regardless, though. And looking through, 37 cars finished the race in the lap 38 altogether. Fiegel was a lap down in 38 for whatever reason. I don't know what happened, but O'Connor Meyer ran out of the race. May as well see here what happened at 51. It's lap 26. Fiegel's got a lot of damage too. What even happened? Oh, there was another incident. I didn't even see Fiegel. I think I just noticed Quentin Moore was the one that got into him. My apologies, folks. I did not even notice this at all. And yeah, that was the case. Quentin Moore got into him. Oh, wow. He took a lick right there, too. 89 got a little piece. Oh, and he just gets a little too hot right there. Just goes to the 51. Bishop just in time hits the gas and kept going. Oh, that's going to explain everything right there. Oh, man, that's not going to be good. Well, I don't even know what to say on that one, but oh boy, that's not good. That's going to anger Fiegel and Navarro, because remember, Navarro owns the team. And Fiegel, well, he's always been that driver, so yikes. Why not? Let's just see the last lap pass again. Why that we're here. You have to give credit to Jeff James, though. He had a car. Once he got out of McIntyre, he knew he had to go. When that last lap comes, especially on the road course, you got to make your moves right. And look where he did it carefully, though. He didn't do off this turn, because if he did it, he wouldn't have got all that momentum. And that right-hander, when you come off that turn at the start-finish line, you can get a good momentum swing at the start-finish line. Look, he's stuck behind the back bumper of the 54, sneaks underneath right there, and he got all that momentum, didn't have to worry about McIntyre or Qualls, and just got a great run off the corner. Boom, gets the lead. That is how you do it right there. Here's the rest of the results one more time. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, be sure to give it a like, comment your thoughts, subscribe by the NRSL, and the subscribe button down below. As you've been watching the production of the NRSL, where racing is living. Till then, congrats to Jeff James on the victory here at Dubai. On a job well done for the ISRL presents the Dubai GP. We will see you next week when we go to Champs-Élysées, which will be over in France for an exciting race that's kind of similar like this, but more in the banked. So we'll see if the racing gets a little more different, but this was probably a great road course race to have here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Until then, points to the video like always. Till then, goodbye, everybody.